Rock with me real quick, y'all. Imagine this. You're scrolling through social media, and then you see it. Your eyes catch a glance. You're scrolling that night. You're like, Then your eyes do like this. Guess what you done saw? The pictures, the smiles, the best life captions. You see it. You're looking at your ex's social media. You're pain shopping. You're looking at something Lee Hammock, the diagnosed narcissist, told you not to do. Because he told you that manipulators will put stuff online to make it seem like they're happy, but you didn't listen, did you? You didn't listen. You didn't listen to him. So now it feels like you got punched in the gut because it looks like the person that treated you so horribly has finally turned over a new leaf and changed for someone else. They're treating the new person better. They're giving the next person everything that you begged them for. It looks like they're finally happy, right? And you're the only one who's left in pain. You're hurting, you're crying. Look, your stomach is in knots. You got the bubble guts. You might even be pooting a little bit, right? You might be pooting a little bit, right? Am I right? Am I right? And as a diagnosed narcissist, like I told y'all before in plenty of other videos, it's all an act, right? It's all an act. I'm going to explain in this video why that new life, that theatrical performance that they're putting on social media, it's all a performance. And it's why the new person is not getting a better version of them. They're just getting the love bombing phase. They're getting the first act, right? They're not getting the best version of the narcissist. They're getting the first act. The narcissist is putting their best foot forward, but it's a peg leg. They put that peg leg forward. Excuse me, y'all. And I tell y'all all the time, narcissists post on social media like their exes are watching them. Even if you're not watching them, they're posting it like you are. Their audience is you. Like they are living their life like their life is a movie theater, right? And the only person sitting in that movie theater is you. Like it's you. Of course, this stuff is making the new partner feel amazing. Of course, this stuff is making the new partner fall more and more in love with them, right? That's why I keep saying, like it is. This is why sometimes you'll feel the need, like I need to reach out to this new person and tell them what's going to happen to them. They don't want to hear it. They're getting love bombed, right? They're getting love bombed. So I'm posting this stuff online. You're seeing it and it's hurting your feelings. It's making them feel amazing. And the goal, a lot of times, y'all, like I said, is to hurt your feelings. And if I can make you believe that I am thriving without you, I still have power and control over your emotions. I am in control of you. If I can make you cry without not being around you, if I can make you cry from a Snapchat or Instagram post or Instagram story, I'm in control. That narcissistic person, that manipulator, that toxic person, they're in control. Like I said, the happiness that you're seeing is not about the new connection. It's about trying to get a reaction from you sometimes, right? And sometimes you do react. And that's why I tell people to not, you have to control your reactions, because the more you react, the more they're going to post it. The more reactions you give, the more I'm going to post. Like I said, you are watching the love bombing phase. And y'all know the love bombing is damn near like a free trial. The love bombing with a narcissist, it really is a free trial. It could be a 30-day trial, it could be a 90-day trial. I don't know how long it lasts, right? It lasts as long as it lasts, but it is a free trial period to the narcissist. And most people buy it because the trial period is amazing, right? Unless you've had experience with a narcissistic person before, then you don't buy it, right? You just like, hey, look, 7 days is over. Thanks, narcissist Netflix. No. And y'all know, in the beginning of a relationship, everyone is going to be on their best behavior. That's what I told y'all. It's not just narcissists or toxic people. Everybody's on their best behavior. If you like this person, you want them to fall for you, you're going to be on your best behavior. So when you are deciding, so you're watching that social media and you're getting angry and you're hurting your feelings, like sometimes you might feel compelled to reach out to them or to the new supply. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to reach out to them or the person that they're dating or seeing right now. And that's what's going to make you look obsessive. That's going to make you look crazy. Oops, Lee, too late. I already did it. You can't take it back, right? You already did it. Don't do it again. Don't do it again. Because what ends up happening, y'all, in this free trial period, I'm giving, or the narcissistic person, they're giving the last person, the new person, everything that you wanted. Because I know you wanted it. I know you're looking. You wanted me to go on a hike with you, and I told you I hated hiking. Guess what? Now I got some hokas on, and I'm hiking. I'm hiking with the new person, right? I'm studying the new person just like I studied you. And like I said, I'm becoming exactly who they need me to be. I'm becoming exactly who I need to be in order to get this person to fall for me. And just like it happened to you. And some of y'all have been in a scenario before where you have been the new supply and they're love bombing you and hurting the last person that they were with. Because the last person that they were with reaches out to you and you didn't want to hear it either, right? You don't want to hear it when the last person reach out to you, say, hey, you're dating my ex right now, and they're a narcissist, or they're horrible, they're an abuser, and they're treating you horribly. You're lying on the beach somewhere, like, I don't want to hear this. I'm on the beach, blocked, right? But when that mask comes off, you know it comes off. So the same patterns that ended up breaking your relationship are going to break the new relationship typically, but it doesn't mean the relationship is going to end. Broken relationships last for a very long time. A broken relationship can last for a very long time. There's people that I talk to before when I'm doing my Zoom coaching, my phone calls or whatnot, and my Telegram messaging now. I have Telegram text coaching now as well, right? When I'm doing that, there's people that I talk to that have been with these folks for 20 years and they got cheated on the first year. They got cheated on every year for the first 10 years they got cheated on. That's what they say. So broken relationships do last, right? But you have to think about it like this too as well right here, y'all. Think about it. Like, close your eyes, think about this. Truly happy people are busy being happy. They are not busy proving it to a camera. They're not busy snapping it and posting it on social media. Truly happy people forget to take their phones out to take a picture of a happy moment because you're happy with your person. You're living in a moment. They're not posting the first date and just like, first date, love, first date. I already love them. No, nobody's doing that. Now, all their relationships out there that have started like that and have worked out, yeah, possibly. Those do happen, but those are more than likely the exception, not the rule. Some people do make it through and end up with these people and get married and engaged, whatever, very, very early on. But those are the exception, not the rule. That's why I need y'all to understand right there. The exception, not the rule. Y'all be like, this is the rule, Lee. No, it's the exception. It's not the rule. Seriously. Take your time. I tell people, take your time. If you feel like, just think about this, if the ex has reached out to you or multiple exes have reached out to you, everybody ain't hating on you. Everybody is not hating on you. Because that narcissistic person is overcompensating for something while posting everything online. They want an audience. Ask yourself why y'all just had your second date and they're posting you on their story and holding hands and stuff like that. Well, ask yourself that question right there. Because they are they are performing for somebody else. Again, use that movie theater. They think that somebody else is watching their life, living vicariously through them and whatnot, y'all. You have to watch out like that. I tell you, don't go pain shopping. Don't go hurting your own feelings. If they have moved on or you hear that they have a new supply, why are you consistently looking at their social media for? That just ends up giving you a confirmation bias about hurting your feelings. They give you the confirmation bias about they told you that you were the problem and the reason that they refuse to do things with you is because it's your fault. You're going to look at their social media page and think, oh, yeah, that is true. That is my fault because they didn't give me what I needed. I wasn't the right person. They treated me horribly and it's my fault. No, that's going to make you think that you are actually the problem. And guess who wins in that situation? Guess who's victorious in that situation? Them, y'all. So you have to stop pain shopping. You have got to fight the urge from looking at their social media accounts. You have got to do that right there, right? And that's part of my Telegram texting as well. If you want to text that narcissistic person and send them something, you can send it to me instead and get a response from a narcissist that's not trying to hurt you, right? Link is in the bio. That happens too, though, y'all. Like, the Telegram coaching is good, y'all. I got my first couple. We are talking about it right now. First couple of people, not first couple. I know some of y'all be like, first couple? Me and my partner text you? No, I can't do that. But y'all have to close down the theater. Just like those y'all see the movie theaters being closed down all the time in your small town. Like in Reidsville, North Carolina, they used to close the theaters down. I'm from Reidsville, North Carolina, y'all. Shout out to Reidsville Rams. Class of 03. Ram Pride, you know. Blue Death, you know. But yeah, you have to close down the theater. You got to stop being in the audience. Or just stop showing up. You don't have to close the theater down. Just stop showing up. Let the movie play. Nobody's there. Because as long as you are watching the show, you're giving them supply. It's gonna sound weird, but you're giving them a form of narcissistic supply by watching them do this type of stuff and then reaching out and hurting your own feelings, or reaching out to their friends or their family members or your friends or your family members, and it gets back to the narcissistic person. They like that type of stuff, so they're gonna keep doing it. They're gonna keep performing. They're gonna keep posting more pictures. They're gonna get engaged fast and married fast and having a baby very fast. You're gonna hurt. All that's gonna hurt you. Stop looking for the cracks in the mask and start looking at your own life, y'all. Seriously. The performance, this type of stuff only works is if you're watching it. I promise you. It only works if you're sitting in the front row. Don't do that. Like I said right there, y'all. If you're just itching to text them or send them a hateful, angry message, you can send it to me via Telegram. I have my Telegram coaching packages and stuff like that. I have a week and also have a month package. The whole month. Woo, but it's a long time. But like, yeah, there's limited slots available for that as well, y'all. Also do Zoom coaching and one-on-one coaching. You can find a link in the bio for that as well. Or go to mentalhealness.net for all things Lee Hammock. If you're in New York City, scroll to the bottom, get registered for my June 2nd event, New York City, June 2nd. I will see y'all there at mentalhealness.net/events. Register now, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.